Drip irrigation, drippers blow off when the pressure is wrong. The first time I ran my own drip line, a dripper pinged clean off the pipe and rattled the greenhouse glass. Water fountained over the lettuce, and I had fitted everything right. Or so I thought. I am McCull, and this one is for everyone whose drippers keep blowing off, whose joints weep, whose pipe swells tight as a drum. The fix is one small part in your drip irrigation kit. Small part. What pressure does your garden tap actually push? Most of us have never thought about it once. Water arrives, the kettle fills, life goes on. But the moment you connect a drip line, that number becomes the whole game. So, a typical UK mains supply arrives somewhere between 3 and 6 bar at the tap. Some homes sit lower, but 3 to 6 is the everyday range. Now turn the box of your drip kit over. Somewhere in the small print it will say the system is designed for 1 to 2 bar. Read those two lines together, and the mystery of the flying dripper solves itself. Your tap is speaking 3 to 6. Your drip line only understands 1 to 2. Connect them directly and you are not watering the garden, you are pressure testing it. And the kit will fail that test every time because it was never built to take it. Nothing is faulty. Nobody fitted anything badly. Two pieces of plumbing are simply having two different conversations. Last week we learned the words for this: pressure, flow, and head. Today we put them to work. Let me make those numbers feel like something using last week's ruler. 1 bar of pressure is what you get under roughly 10 meters of water. Call it a 3-story building filled to the roof. That was episode 4. Keep it in your pocket forever. Now stack it up. 3 bar is 30 meters of water standing on your pipework. 6 bar is 60 meters. Picture a tower block of water, 10 to 20 stories of it, balanced on a piece of plastic pipe you push together by hand on a Saturday. Meanwhile, the drip line underneath is asking for 10 or 20 meters. 3 stories, 6 at a push. That is the entire drama of this episode in one picture. The push-fit joints, the thin pipe walls, the little barb drippers. All of it is engineered around that gentle 3-story shove. Drip does not need force, because it is not trying to throw water anywhere. It only wants to let water out slowly, drop by drop. 60 meters of push on a pipe that wants 20. Something has to give, and it does. Usually across your lettuce. So what actually lets go first? Walk the failure chain with me. Your main line is a soft polythene pipe. The joints are push fit. You warm the pipe, push it over a ridged barb and friction holds it. At 1 or 2 bar, friction wins comfortably. The water presses outward, the pipe grips the barb and nothing moves. Now feed it mains pressure. First, the pipe itself swells. It goes drum tight, fatter than it was made to sit. And now the water leans on every fitting, harder than those little barbs were ever built to hold. Then the weakest fitting starts to weep, a drip at the collar, then a dribble. And on a warm afternoon when the plastic softens, something lets go properly. A joint bursts apart, or a dripper simply leaves. If your luck runs like mine, you will hear it hit the greenhouse. Here is the part that matters. When this happens, almost everyone blames themselves, or blames the kit. I did not push it on hard enough, or this stuff is cheap rubbish. I would bet a good share of the angry kit reviews out there are just mains pressure doing what mains pressure does. A blown dripper is not a verdict on your fitting or on their factory. It is a pressure reading, the most honest one you will ever take. But here's the thing, the bang is not the expensive failure. The quiet version is worse, because it looks like success. Feed a drip line too much pressure, and even when nothing pops, every number on the box goes quietly wrong. Remember the 2-liter dripper from the numbers episode? That rating is only true at the pressure it was designed for. Push harder, and it pushes out more. Water that should land as slow drops starts to jet and mist instead, and mist drifts. Fine spray hangs in the air, and the breeze takes its cut before the soil sees a drop. So you are overwatering the bed and underwatering the roots at the same time, which is a strange kind of talent. Meanwhile, every weeping joint donates a steady puddle to the path, all day, every day, on a metered supply. So do not take my word for any of this. Go and watch your own line while it runs. Kneel down and give one dripper 10 seconds. You want fat, patient drops you could count. If you see a fizzing jet or a fine cloud, your line is shouting the same thing that flying dripper was shouting: too much pressure. You might be thinking, easy, I will just open the tap halfway, nice try. A half-closed tap only robs pressure while water is moving through it fast. A drip line draws water so slowly that the pressure creeps straight back up once the line settles. You cannot throttle your way out of this one. You need the part whose whole job is pressure. The pressure regulator or pressure reducer, same part, two names. A short plastic barrel that sits in the line just after your timer. Inside, a spring leans against the water, and it does one job. Whatever the mains throws at the inlet, the outlet hands on a steady, gentle push. The fitting guides say bring drip down to around 1.5 bar. So on a 3-bar day, 1.5 comes out. On a 6-bar day, 1.5 comes out. No settings, no battery, it does nothing all day long. And doing nothing is the entire point. The bus I drive runs its brakes on compressed air, and the compressor makes far more of it than the brakes should ever feel. So a governor sits between the two and calls the limit. I have never seen it. I have never needed to. That is the job description. You met the full chain in the anatomy episode. Tap connector, timer, then the regulator, then the filter, then the main line off round the garden. And yet the regulator is the part beginners most often leave out. Partly because plenty of starter kits do not include one, partly because it never visibly does anything. A timer clicks. A filter shows you the dirt it caught. A regulator just sits there, bored, while everything downstream lives a long and uneventful life. Boring is what good watering looks like. It will not be the last time I say that. Now, here is why this episode matters more than one wet lettuce. A blown dripper does not wait for an audience. Your system runs at 6 in the morning because we water early in this house. So you are in bed or on shift or away for a fortnight. The timer opens. The weakest joint lets go. And for the next half hour, one corner of the bed takes the whole flow of the line, while every dripper past the break gets nothing at all. Then the timer shuts, the puddle soaks away, and the evidence is gone by breakfast. Tomorrow it does it again. You find out weeks later when one tomato plant sits yellow in a bog and the rest look like a drought map. There is a post I think about every time I fit a reducer. A gardener came back from holiday and wrote, "Nothing beats coming home and finding the watering system actually worked." 3,000 people felt that and read it again, because it is really a post about parts. A system that ran quietly for 2 silent weeks is a system where the pressure was right, the joints held, and nothing needed a referee. That is the prize on the table. Not clever, just quiet. While we are on the right order of parts, here is mine on my own tap at home. Tap first, then the Johgee 4-zone timer. It screws straight onto the tap, brass 3/4 inch thread, no tools. About 2 minutes, 4 outlets, 4 schedules. Every zone that runs drips still gets its own reducer and filter downstream before the line. The clever half sits indoors and talks to the tap by radio, brick walls and all, which on a Belfast terrace matters. But let us be honest about the jobs here. A timer decides when water flows. The reducer decides how hard it arrives. No timer fixes pressure, smart or otherwise, mine included. You need the boring part either way. And if your whole system is 3 pots and a watering can, you need neither. Save your money. So here is your homework, and it takes 5 minutes. Go to your tap and trace the line with a finger, from the spout to where the pipe disappears into the beds. Name each part as you go. Connector, timer, if you run one. And then the question of the day, between that timer and your drip line, is there a small barrel that calms the water down? Or does your tap talk straight to the pipe? If there is nothing there, you have found your answer, and you have found it cheap. Most people buy this lesson one flying dripper at a time, then run the water and kneel down for 10 seconds. Drops, not spray. A line that feels firm, not rock hard. Joints that stay dry at the collar. That is a system speaking politely to itself. If you fit one part this season, make it this one, not the clever thing, the boring thing. The boring thing is what lets every clever thing work.